Hello and welcome back to Jeff Scally. Today we're going to do two very traditional salsas, Mexican salsas, guacamole and Pico de Gallo. I've done most of the prep work already, so we're just going to quickly throw these dishes together. I will show you how I typically do my avocados. Throw the pit on the floor, very important. Taking a knife and scoring the inside of the avocado. Just got to be careful not to score yourself. The guacamole will consist of avocado, jalapeno. I'm using red onion, but white onion is fine as well. Your avocado, cilantro, lime juice, salt and pepper. It's as simple as that. I am using jalapeno today. I personally like Serrano better. I just like the flavor better. With the cilantro, which I'm chopping now, there's no need to pick the leaves. The stems are very tender and contain a lot of the flavor. You just bunch it up, slice it fine, chop it. Again, there's no exact recipe for this. I'll list the ingredients, and you can add to your own taste. If you like it spicy, you add more Serrano or jalapeno. You don't like onion, don't add onion. It's really an individual thing. This is just a basic technique, like a lot of these recipes that I've been doing recently. Nothing written in stone. You start getting into things like pastries and whatnot, that becomes a little bit more technical, a little bit more scientific, and an eighth of a teaspoon of baking powder is an eighth of a teaspoon of baking powder. It's there for a reason. This you can be a little bit more creative with. Salt, and again, to your own taste. If you have dietary needs or you have a low salt diet, don't add it. One of the things that I am doing, which is not traditional, I'm adding red pepper for color, if nothing else, and there's flavor and a little bit of texture. Traditionally, in a guacamole, you would use tomato. The problem I have with the tomato is I'm preparing this salsa right now for my crew, and it's Friday. We want this salsa to last throughout the weekend. The tomato is going to break down relatively quickly, extract water, moisture, and you'll end up with a watery guacamole. This guacamole, provided you package it away properly. And when I say package it away properly, what I'll do when I finish is I'll put it into my storage container, I'll smooth it down really well, I'll squeeze some lime juice over the top so it doesn't discolor, I'll place plastic wrap directly on top of it, then seal it, and it should stay nice and green until one of the crew members breaks into it, dips into it, does not smooth it back, and put lime juice on top, and then it will discolor. All right, there you have it, guacamole. Now, Pico de Gallo. The literal translation for Pico de Gallo is rooster's beak. Why rooster's beak? I do not know. Again, Pico de Gallo can also go by, it's also known as Salsa Mexicana. I'm using red onion. I think traditionally, and again, I'm not an authority on this. These are salsas I've been doing for years and years. my understanding, salsa Mexicana, you had the red tomato, you had the white onion, you had the green chilies and the green cilantro, red, white, and green, colors of the Mexican flag, salsa Mexicana. And as I mentioned before, you can mix this to your own liking. Again, untraditional. I'm using some yellow bell pepper in this one. Again, it does have a little bit of flavor. It's fairly bland, but I like the color. And that's it. More cilantro, more lime juice, salt and pepper. And that is our Pico de Gallo. These salsas are your typical, these are typical accompaniments with, taco night at home, or chips and dip in front of the television, and extremely easy and simple to make. A lot of these ingredients are product driven, so obviously you got to know the difference between a green avocado, a ripe avocado, and an overripe avocado. Same with the tomatoes. These particular tomatoes that I'm using, I use Romas, or Plum tomatoes this time. They were in better condition than the beefsteaks we were looking at. The Roma tomatoes are firmer and hold up well. Now we're being invaded as I'm doing the video, so what would you like? Great, I'll be right out. So there we have salsa Mexicana. Hope you enjoyed. Bon appetit.